Hi guys, how are you doing? So, uh, by the time this video comes out, it will be the end of July, would it be? I think so. I have a few videos stacked, so I can't really know the exact date. I'll upload this. But anyway, hope you all been doing well. Wow, how long have I done this for already? About 5 or 6 weeks by the time this video comes out. No lah, obviously it's 6 weeks of uploading, but not really like 6 weeks of recording lah, because but anyway, that one not important. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I'm back at my dad's office, uh and I just like I just thought that I wanted to talk about this lah. The topic is for today is ambition versus reality, because yesterday my parents were telling me lah, it's like they were saying that you know you like to do something, but then it doesn't necessarily translate to something that can make you a living out of. Yeah, so yeah, so it really got me, it really reminded me today of like when I was younger, I had ambition. Um, I still remember that the first time I took a book, and that book had a list of occupations. I think that was about 5 or 6 years old. Then after that, I sort of like I just took it. Then they say, "Oh, what would you like to be when you grow up?" The usual question. You know. Then after that, I saw that there were many different ones. Of course, this was in the um, you know, not say olden days or ancient days lah, but this was in the days before like technology, how to say, modern technology, in a sense, like so things like snail mail, uh, you know, door-to-door sales, all these things, all were still, uh, it was still a thing lah. So occupations like policeman, postman, milkman, this was more of the Americanized version. So yeah, things like milkman would still apply. From what I read, milkman is somebody who's like door-to-door sales, but then every day you just sell milk, and yeah, you deliver. So you deliver mail, not in the letter boxes, but you would throw the mail, uh, not literature, but you deliver the mail to each individual house. So this was the. So I remember quite clearly that um, you know when I wanted to choose an occupation, what you want to be when you grow up, then I circled milkman, because I felt it was very interesting. Like if you go door to door, and then you try to sell your milk, sell your goods, and yeah, but then of course, uh, perhaps it's a very how to say, like a kind of thinking that at that time it felt very like how to say, like it felt like it could be an experience that I wanted to, something that I wanted to experience. But then, of course, as I grew up older, even up to now, I still can remember, like very clearly that I chose that. But the thing is that, uh, reality check lah. You are now 30 years old. I am 30 years old now. Gone through different bits of experiences, even though my work experience is very little, but the little bit of experience that I've been through also tell me that doing things like that is not as easy as, um, yeah, door-to-door sales is definitely not easy. Delivering daily, so basically, like, it really is a reality check, you know. Um, another thing that another so-called ambition or fantasy that I had when I was younger is I want to be the richest man in the whole world. yeah, it's quite typical lah, you know, like the typical kids wish, like so that I can have everything that I wanted to buy. But obviously, you know, as grow older and money becomes a thing for you, yeah, it's like money doesn't solve everything, but it solves a lot of things, you know. So so if you have it, then a portion of your problems will be solved. At least your needs will be met, your material needs will be met, at the very least lah. But then you know, as an adult, also come to realize that this is something that is not as easy as it first looks lah. Like for me, right? I mean, I had many different thoughts or many different ways that you know, I wanted to sort of like aim towards doing what I want to do. For example, you know, I think in a previous video I would have mentioned about friends and all that, right? So one way to resolve this issue of finding friends at one point in my life, just a few years ago, was that I wanted to go into hobbies, right? I wanted to find games that my peers would play. So I for a while I actually like collected cards, play cards, you know, like those like Japanese anime cards and all that. Yeah. And I mean the amount that I spend obviously pales in comparison to those who are in the real hobby things lah. But the thing is that there was even come to a point that I actually wanted to go into business, that despite the fact that I had zero product knowledge about it, and I just had the only thing that I had to back me up was the fact that I was interested in this and I wanted to find friends. And of course, you know, thankfully after one discussion, you know, with one meeting, then I sort of like told myself, this won't work for me, and yeah, and I didn't pursue it lah. That's not to say that I wish that I would have continued it. It's just that it's very different from it being a hobby and a business and a so-called career. You call it a career? Is the same thing, business and career? I don't know, but yeah. So that's something that I didn't choose to pursue. And looking back at it, thankfully not lah, because business is not something easy to run. I think looking at my dad running his printing business, his rubber stamp business, also tells me pretty much lah. And it's not just about COVID-19 that's happening now. I know this is like a random tidbit, but overall, in general, running a business is not just as easy as seeing the money come in, you know, and letting the money roll in just like that. So yeah, running a business is not for me lah. But of course, if you're not going to run a business, then what's another way to, you know, bring in money, right? And that would be to work for people lah, you know, leave the bosses to make the hard decisions and just go and work, you know, just go and do your work basically. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing now. Yeah, so, and this is, you know, like I mentioned a while ago, earlier in the video, I said, you know, this is a reality check. You still need to live life. You still need money. You still need finance. And but the thing that is different from your ambition is that you prioritize finance over ambition, right? Yeah, you would rather put food on the table than want to chase after things that are not, how to say, improbable lah. Not impossible to do, but just improbable lah. Yeah. So yeah, so this is just something that came to my mind, and yeah, um, I guess and I just wanted to talk about it, I guess. Yeah, so yeah. Hmm. See you again soon, I guess. Yep. So because this is the last video of July, and then August, right? August, and then yeah, so fast. Months just pass like that. So yeah, see you again soon. Bye.